it is. It's the final series of the day, the last game, the ultimate opportunity for these teams to advance. A semi-final spot hangs in the balance, their fate on the line, their keys on the line. Will it be NIP Flash or will it be Homeboys? This last match in this amazing best of 5.
Oh, this is intense already, man. All the way from the start of the game, just with the, I think all the way from the draft as well. The fact that Zorn can actually go and leash for Chibi will make it so good for Homeboys in terms of pathing at least. And for JPL, he's no longer going to be able to just stick in the mid lane, clear these waves together with Cortese. You can see those missiles, JPL forced to flicker already. That's the power of Jawhead. It's the damage, my guy.
It's the damage. I love that, you know, they already talked about some of this too leading into this. And, you know, Jawhead is, I don't know, it's a throwback pick, really. And, you know, Zorn is a specialist on it, too, because obviously it's going to take a really certain type of player to make this work. You have to be able to lock on the right targets, utilizing just the kit of the Jawhead alone. Because remember, you can also throw your teammates, right? You can inject them to the fight, and that could play a part in this unless, you know, we have those potions being bought. But also for this, part of this is actually the surprising amount of damage that Jawhead can do. And I feel like because, you know, we heard yesterday back when we saw the Zask pick up, we heard that, yeah, it surprised us. It was a pick that necessarily you don't get a lot of time to practice against. Well, maybe the Jawhead can be that for the Homeboys here in this matchup, unless NIP Flash just plays like they did even in the previous game here. Already, JPL going to get poked down a little bit, but no pickup just yet. Turtle is spawning, though. Uh-oh.
Up top, the Petrify locking him down. Zorn going to be taken down on the Jawhead. So far, hasn't worked out. Diablo up top, now punishing Sabon, even forcing the flicker out. Should be able to clear this out, and this will be a whole lot more prio for NIP Flash. With the first Turtle being held down by Hades, Udil is trying desperately to go for a little bit of a, go for that position, but the final blow will be used up by Diablo, trying to zone them away. Will be able to do so right now. Good eye for an eye to counter the Tempest of Blades, and just like that, there isn't going to be anything else Homeboys can do about the Turtle, but they can go for the trade. Great maneuver with the ejector. Diablo getting the pick as well. That's a 1-for-1.
Yeah.
And a Turtle.
And a Turtle going to the hands here for NIP Flash. So, you know, exchanges, and hey, like we saw previously, Diablo's got 2 kills under his belt. We saw what kind of confidence that brings this man to the table. And now that he has the 2 early kills on a Benedetta who is very hyper-aggressive, especially in the hands of a player like Diablo, will be tough to deal with for Homeboys, especially just in the lane alone. It's something you want to deal with. You want to be able to shut it down, and that's exactly why they're putting Zorn up there on that top side. If they can work with that, make possibly a play, that'd be great for Homeboys to get some momentum in their favor. It's nothing too crazy, right? This early in the game, NIP Flash has just garnered themselves a little bit of a lead. But it looks like, too, you know, Diablo knows that they're after him, that they have their eyes set on him, and he's going to get forced out. So good little check there also from Hades to keep Diablo safe.
He also has 2 kills on the board, right? So Diablo still, it almost seems like it's just deja vu to the last game. He got a double kill in the first minute, this time in the first Turtle, so a bit later compared to game number 1, but he's still utilizing the pressure so well. Final blow in the Petrified combo on the Sapa straight into the G Kundo, and Sapa won't be able to flicker out of this one. It's still on cooldown. Zorn ejector, but he's onto the small camp there. Feather airstrike, oh, gets cancelled, Hades! Punishing Udil for popping the Feather airstrike a bit too early. Chibi still able to secure it. Now pops in the Tempest of Blades, picks up the Blades as well, and will be able to disengage, but still, for NIP Flash, they'll take that win.
They'll take that for now. Good thing for Homeboys. I think that's always something that's going to happen here, is Chibi's going to have to secure these purple buffs. It's crucial on this Ling pick. Diablo just picked up the Blade of Hephaestus, so if you thought he did some damage already early on, now paired with Lethal Ignition, it's going to be even more so. Chibi finally gets the Berserker's Fury here, and Turtle's up. I don't think they can really do anything about it, though. They're not even going to get close enough to NIP Flash here as it's secured by Hades. Once again, locking down these objectives. It looks like they might try to force something here. Cortese even holding on to the final slash himself. Oh, they're going to go for nets? Okay. Here's the response.
Stoppable Force, dodged away from Way the Dragon, now bringing Zorn back into Cortese's damage, but it will be a Feather Airstrike that takes him down. Even Vanix, not with the light compounds, but he will be traded back. Nets, able to get the kill down. It's a 2-for-1 in favor of Homeboys, only losing a 0-1 Jawhead.
Yeah, not too bad. Kind of, you know, pretty much worth it at that point. Also puts nets on the board here. And so Homeboys is going to be happy about that trade. Good read from them previously and good response on rotating down. They'll go ahead and work on this turret as Diablo's working there on the top side. Chibi stops him from just capping out the tier 1.
1v1, Tempest of Blades used up. Diablo final blow and a solo kill. Chibi still able to dodge away. Zorn, unstoppable force. Oh, Diablo! Still able to get him down. But it's a shutdown for Chibi, it seems there. No, it was Zorn that picked it up. So still, it's a bounty picked up now in the bottom lane. JP with the Jikundo. Vanix gonna go for it with the help of the Weighted Dragon. Nets taken out in the bottom lane as a Feather Airstrike will be popped in by Udil, and JP will just walk out of every single shot.
Okay, I don't think they want it. Yeah, okay. Yeah, I was waiting for the final slash possibly to use, but they don't have enough backup, especially after the Feathered Airstrike was used. But man, if this hasn't been the picture of the series, what is? Look at this play right here. Chibi able to survive for the most part, but here comes a Zorn. Great from Diablo too. If he's like, you know what?
That was an anime moment, bro.
Yeah, it was, man. It's like, if I'm going down, I'm taking you with me. And that is also just going to help them out further, but at least for Homeboys too, they kind of need those moments where they're able to get some of these kills if they can find them, because of the fact that now you're looking at 2,000 gold now in the hands of NIP Flash to work around with ahead of Homeboys.
You can see the glowing wand rush for Udil is helping him out here, but it comes down to poke. But still, it seems like if he's only able to hit one of those shots, NIP Flash, they can just regen back up very easily. And the fact that they have Diablo in the side lane means that they'll have auto pressure almost every single time, auto prio in the sideways, because even Chibi, he wasn't able to 1v1 him. Hades walks up after he secures the turtle, pops into Retribution. Zorn gonna be brought back. No, dodges away, pops in the ejector to get the movement speed to get out of those missiles.
Yeah, I mean, to get brought back, Final Slash gonna be used.
Right into the Feather Airstrike, but Death's Welcome gets used up as well. Zorn still with the Unstoppable Force and the ejector, bringing him back. Hades will be taking down JP with Weighted Dragon now straight into the final blow, locking him down. Subpot taken out 1-for-1. Roam. No, it's a jungle for the XP as JPL looks for more, but he doesn't have the Weighted Dragon. Seems they're just trying to contest this purple buff, not letting Chibi get it for free, forcing at least a Retribution out of him, and they will be able to do so.
Okay, gets his buff, but you know, then again, it's just Zorn was able to toss Hades up in the air, even with the fully stacks, of course. Fun to see a fully stacked Barretts be thrown over the head. But with that, items fall into place, of course. Like we mentioned, Thunderbelt is there for Sapat. Over on the other side, though, you look at the build Diablo's going with, and that's why he's such a threat. He's also, yeah, he's got the Sky Piercer now, too. And so at this point, they got to lock down Diablo somehow. They have to be able to survive, too, that Petrify combination with the Electro Final Blow. It looks like right now, though, Homeboys wants to set their eyes here on this top side, but look at the response, Diablo and Hades.
Final blow. Zorn, you're not going to be able to spot him. Nets going to be caught in the Petrify, forced to Purify. Diablo still chasing again. One last slash should do it. He finds it, but Nets is able to escape now. The re-engage from Subpot as he finds the Vengeance. Diablo unable to escape from Chibi's Tempest of Blades, but Death's Welcome catches him now. It's going to be JP on the Weighted Dragon with the Flicker as well. Now Subpot chasing Curtizi, finding the Vengeance, and continuing this onslaught with the Unstoppable Force by Zorn. Vanix unable to find the shots, 2-for-1 in favor of Homeboys.
Again, a back and forth between both. And it looked like I was saying, Diablo would be able to get a kill there, but you know, maybe that's also just that change that we saw from the Sky Piercer where, you know, that little extra % does make a big difference because he couldn't get it to proc against Nets. So Nets also great job at staying alive there. Final Slash.
Great pull back onto Vanix. The Purify gets him out for a bit, but Zorn flickers forward, gets the ejector into the missiles, and takes the gold lane down
with the thumbs up to add salt to the wound. And now Lord is up here. Vanix is not part of the picture right now. Homeboys full force. Diablo will make his way now for the fight. They're going to have to fight it out.
Another Unstoppable Force, this time canceled out, but a Death is welcome. Diablo in the back line, still trying to go for a flank right now. The final slash will be used up. Now Diablo chasing Udil, still able to escape. Nets going back to save him. Diablo on the chase on the Chibi as Hades gets taken down earlier. Sapat in the midst of it all, JPL, the Jikundo, but Sapat flickers out of it. And Homeboys again win out in these small trades.
Homeboys will go ahead and get a minor win for that, but ultimately NIP Flash just wanted to stop them from securing the Lord, and they did that. Sky Piercer also picked up now for Chibi, has the Hoss Claws with it. They still go ahead and start this Lord. I'm not sure if NIP Flash has anything they can do just yet. Ultimates are online. Hades just got up, and they're just gonna have to watch it taken down. Final slash used from Sapat, but nothing comes of it. So now they find themselves at this shift in this game at 10 minutes in. Lord will go ahead and spawn up, and their eyes are going to be set on these turrets. Again, they don't have any turrets down. Homeboys is yet to get the space they want to work around with. And this, once they get these tier 1s down, it is going to be playing a big part here. Damage dealt, though, of course. Udil already at the top of it. Feathered Airstrike going to be playing a massive part of that. And right now, too, Curtizi holding on to his own final slash.
Sapat going to be chunked down. Vanix can go for the execute there with the Lycan Pals. Meanwhile, up top, that's a good detonus welcome on the Zorn. He's going to be caught all alone, isolated from the rest of the team. Vanix picks the kill up. Bottom lane, Lord still marching down freely into the tier 2, and it should be the Lord taking the tier 2 down in the bottom lane for free. Diablo finally reaches it, but it's a bit too late to save the tier 2.
Yeah, at this point, hold on, Sapat. Is he going to go in?
Stun, Purify out from Vanix. JPL cancels out the Feather Airstrike, but will be caught. Flickers to the wall. GB chases him. Diablo eye for an eye, almost canceling. Final slash, Curtizi finding 3, but now gets gunned down by Nets. Vanix looking for the trade, finding it. 2 for 2. In the 11th minute, it is still 50-50.
If you didn't want Game 5, this is what you get. This is the back and forth we've had throughout the series, and now Game 5 as well, with everything on the line, comes down to the back and forth. Relatively even, but man, someone has to deal with Nets. Has this Wind of Nature now locked in, has the 3 items he needs.
Vanix gets caught, unstoppable force, still trying to deal some damage, but Nets, his damage is enough to take him down. With no Purify, Zorn can do whatever he wants.
Who's gonna deal with Nets? That's the question NIP Flash has to answer here. Again, great usages from, I mean, even from Curtizi. We've seen him use the final slash. We've seen him use the Feathered Airstrike. But Zorn, he's going to do what he does best. He's going to start taunting NIP Flash, putting them in a situation where they might make a misstep here. You know, they got, what, 4 turrets based off that whole exchange from that first Lord. And that's enough to allow Chibi now to roam around, to put some pressure on these side lanes, get attention like he's doing here. Ooh. And that was close because, yeah, Hades was charging up. Purple's going to be up now, 30 seconds away from this Lord. Let's take a look at the quick items here.
Yeah, let's take a look at it. Malefic Roar, actually, from Diablo. Usually you expect a BOD if he gets the ball rolling at the start of the game. This time he goes for a bit more of a safer build with the Malefic Roar. But now it looks like he's on the way to the BOD. So he's only just delayed the BOD. He didn't actually cancel it all the way. There you go.
There it is. Locked in now for Diablo. Mid lane.
Sapat with a flickered final slash. Finding Nets as well. Curtizi in the midst of it all. Now the ejector finding JPL. He's able to get the G-Kundo, but Diablo gets Nets. It's a good shutdown. Chibi gonna be munched on. Vanix in the back line. Still able to isolate everyone away from Chibi, who gets caught. And NIP Flash, they found the best possible target to go for the Enhanced Lord. No jungle for Homeboys.
No jungle. It's up to Zorn and Udil. Sapat in trouble.
Now with a Phantom Slash called, Curtizi able to find the last flash of damage to take him down. Zorn going for mid-prio. NIP Flash going for the Lord. 14 and 13, 13 minutes in, and finally we have an Enhanced Lord. That should tip the game a bit in favor of NIP Flash. Finally, we have a deciding tip.
STC replay here. What a team fight this was. Just zoning out Chibi. Great usage of that Daytona's welcome. Oh, you can see it. You can see the emotions as well because, man, talk about a game. And now the NIP Flash has this Lord. They're going to be marching down to the bottom side. They're going to be looking at these turrets, too, and fighting to put pressure on the purple buff as well. Uh-oh. Homeboys, what can they do?
Chibi, he still... No, he wasn't able to go and secure it. He used the Retribution, but it wasn't enough. Hades was able to out-retry him there. NIP Flash now looking to utilize this. No purple buff on the lane. Vanix has a Rose Gold. That's a conceal. JPL looking for the play on towards the pot possibly, but it's just zoning. Unstoppable force used up to JPL. Vanix now with a Lycan form. Jumps forward. Doesn't go for the Lycan pouch just yet. They've cracked the base open. Base turret number 1 taken down in the bottom lane as Homeboys deal with the Enhanced Lord, but it's getting so many hits down. Vanix able to shoot Chibi down from the walls, getting him low, forcing him back to base.
Oof, okay, NIP Flash, happy with that. They get a base turret down, and they take the discipline route from that. They know they can kind of take this a little bit slower. They need to get a pick off if they want, utilizing the fact that they have a Cho, but they also have to respect the fact that Homeboys can do the same thing, right? So now their eyes are set on these turrets. They want to get the rest down, make their way to these base turrets. But the fact that they got one is already a big advantage for NIP Flash to work with. So now at this point for Homeboys, it's kind of up to Zorn and also Sapat here to use these ultimates. Oh, Conceal, gonna go in?
I don't know about that, Zorn. He's isolated himself. JPL just baits him. Ejector vital slice from Curtizi. Straight into Diablo's damage, but Curtizi will be taken down now. Snets is able to turn the tides around. Phoenix continues the onslaught like a pound. Onto the back, finding a triple. Udil, the last Kage, gonna be taken down as well. Phoenix is a maniac.
Oh my goodness. NIP Flash. Off the decision of Zorn to go in on this Jawhead. It's only Chibi. He's gonna try to cut the wave, try to buy time, but it might be too late.
Now the base in the mid lane taken down. That's a base turret. Straight into the crystal they go. Diablo with eye for an eye, tanking all the hits. NIP Flash